Welcome to my video. I am going to show you how to make a website, or a diagram rather, using the website www.inspiration.com. If you haven't already, you want to create a free trial. So go ahead and click on that link, and if you scroll down, I used the Webspiration Classroom to create my trial because I wanted to be able to access it from any computer through the internet. So now I'm going to go ahead and log in. Once I'm logged in, it's going to show me a page where it asks me what I would like to do. I'm going to create the diagram, so click on the link in the middle. Here is the start of my diagram. So I'm going to create a diagram of my family tree. So what I can do is, once I've created it, I'll show you how to change lines and colors and shapes of my bubbles and all that type of stuff. So where I need to start is here in the middle. So I'm going to change the words main idea to Mrs. Cast's family. Now, from this starting bubble, I want to have other bubbles come out of it. So to be able to do that, I want to click on this lightning bolt called Rapid Fire, and this is where I'm going to create two bubbles, one that says father's parents and one that says mother's parents. Now, those are the only bubbles I want to come out of the middle one. So now I'm going to create rapid fire both from the new bubbles. So my father's parents had my father and my aunt. So I will go ahead now and create both of those bubbles. And then my mother's parents also had two children, my mother and my aunt. So for right now, that's all I'm going to create with regards to the main, just starting with bubbles. So now I would like to actually arrange my bubbles. So I can arrange using straight diagonal lines, which looks like this, kind of a V pattern or an upside down V pattern. Or I can arrange using the right angle lines, which is probably what I'm going to do for this because it in my opinion, looks better. So if I move this main bubble, you can see how it changes angles. I can change directions. I can change where the bubbles go, all of that types of stuff. So the only thing that's not on here is my bubble. So now what I want to do is actually make it so that my mother and father's bubbles are next to each other. So I want to change this to my father and this one to my, oh, I accidentally deleted it. So I'm going to go ahead and rapid fire add one more to create my aunt back. But it looks like it's the wrong line, so I'm going to try to arrange. Looks like it's okay. Okay, so now I'm actually just going to move it over, make life easier. My father and my mother are next to each other. I moved my aunts over. Everything looks okay. So now I'm going to add my bubble for myself. So a bubble, rapid fire. I'm going to do it out of my father's bubble. So it's going to say Mrs. Cast. But see how I don't have a link? I need a link that connects my mom and myself. I'm going to create the link. Oh, you know what? You want to actually click on the bubble where you want the link to come from, and then you can actually connect to the connecting link. So that's me, my mother to myself. So if I move my bubble, it will just show that it makes it longer, things like that. Okay. So I'm not adding any more bubbles now, but I would like to maybe change the way my bubbles look. So I can add new pictures, I can change shapes, colors, font sizes, all that. So I'm going to start with the family bubble. I'm going to go to a new website. I'm going to type in family to see if I can get pictures. And bring, oh, you know what? Let's go to google.com. We'll do images through that. So I'm going to type in family. How about family, not gambly? That would work. And then I'm going to click on images. I'm going to go ahead and just use this one. This one looks good. So if I click on this, I will actually now right click and I'm going to save as an image. For the purpose of this, I saved it under desktop just to kind of maybe make life easier about where to save it, and stick family is just fine. I'll leave it as that. So now if I go back, I am going to go under edit here, and I am going to insert a graphic. Make sure you have the right bubble clicked. Insert graphic from file, go to desktop, and I am going to insert the stick family image down here. So it's probably going to come in, I think it did, bigger than it's supposed to be. So I'm going to make that a lot smaller and more manageable. Move it where it's supposed to go, make it smaller again, and reposition. So now what I can do is I can change the shapes of the bubbles. So for my father's, like make it a cloud. For my mother's, make it the rectangle. And then I could do that for the other ones if I wanted. But then over here on the left-hand side, there's also pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and try to use one of those pictures. So it starts with basic, but there's lots of different options, as you'll see. I'm going to go down to the people one, and I'm going to click on groups and families and see what I can do. So maybe I'll change the picture of my aunt. So I'll click on the aunt bubble. And then I'm going to come over to the pictures and click on the one I think maybe resembles an ant. So I think that one works. So pretend that that's my aunt and me, maybe. So I'm going to leave that as that. What I could do now, I think I will go ahead and play around with one of the other bubbles, changing colors and things like that. So if I click on the bubble here, I can go up to the toolbar at the top, and I will probably change the color. Or how about the line thickness? I'll just make the line a little bit thicker. There you go. Okay, so I'll go back to the effects tab here, change the line color. So right now it's a blue line, we'll change it to orange. And then maybe change the inside color to something else. So fill color will be, how about green? Oh wait, it's already green. Let's change it to, how about yellow? Okay. So that gives you a little bit of information about how to change colors, change images, create the diagram. So now to share, I will publish as a website. So I'm going to leave the name as it is, so I'll just rename it as that. And then it's going to tell me that it's a read-only if I publish a website, which is fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So from here it gives you a link. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that link. It's the same as like copy and paste type thing. But it doesn't open up brand new, so you're going to want to go ahead and click OK, open a new website, and then paste it in there, and then open your website. So it basically shows me my diagram, a little bit of as a picture type thing if you think about it. It's a stagnant website. So I'm going to go ahead, maybe if you want to add it to your Google site, you can copy and paste. So I'm going to right click and save the image. I'm going to save it as, how about Family2, write that in there. And click Save. So now I'm going to go ahead and open my Google site. Go to google.com and open my website. And then I'm actually going to save it probably as a file, because it's like adding a picture, so I'll probably do that. Go to the main site, click on the left-hand side, click Portfolio. I'm not editing the page per se, but rather adding a file, so I'll just scroll down to the bottom and click Add Files. I'm going to make sure it's in desktop already, add Family2, and then after it's all uploaded, it brings it down to the bottom, and I can see Family2 listed right there. Thank you for seeing my page, and I hope it helps.